The Armenian soup called kash is just
Erməni. Erməni supu. Gör bu millət nə yer?
that. Kash
Kanalıma xoş gəlmişsiniz xanımlar və cənablar. Allahın yaratdığı bu gözəl gündə hamınızı salamlayıram. Amin. Bugün nə edəcəyik? Dünyanın ən qəribə yeməklərinə falan filan baxacağıq. Görək nə olacaq? Qəribə nədir? Bizə qəribə gələn onlara qəribədir, onlara qəribə gələn bizə qəribədir. Yoxsa qəribədir millət qabıqları nə tökdülər yeyir. Baxaq. This food around the world. Okay. Şəkildən gördüyüm qədərlə heç də belə xeyir əlamət deyil. Yenə də getdik.
extensive.
Yes, getdim.
Every strange foreign dish stands a good chance of murdering you, but they're still plenty odd to American taste buds. The Armenian soup called kash is just
Erməni. Erməni supu. Gör bu millət nə yer?
that. Kash is cow meat simmered in broth and liberally seasoned with garlic, salt, and lemon juice. It doesn't sound so weird, except
Oğurlayıblar, xaşımızı qaş deyirlər. Xaşımızı oğurlayıblar ermənilər.
the cow meat in question is from the hooves. Yes, to eat kash is to eat cow feet.
Allah kaş yox xaş. Ermənilər yeməyimizi oğurlayıb. Xaşın adını kaş deyil, xaş qoyub. Hər şeydə eynidir. Sarımsaqla falan yeyirlər, ay sizi.
The stranger is how some chefs will add pieces of cow stomach to the mixture. It's all the parts of the cow that American steak enthusiasts tend to ignore, but Armenians swear by it. In their country, kash is as much a ritual as it is a meal. Preparing it can
Allah
take
rədd olun, gelin. Vecimə öldürüb erməniləri reklam edirlər.
right?
Demirləri oğurlayıb evləyiblər. Neysə, sözüm yoxdur.
If it was halkuduk, you would. Typically,
Bu nədir görək? Hakar. Bunu bilirəm. Onu çox belə mayalayırlar, eləyirlər, balina ətindən düzəldirlər deyəsən.
put in the fridge and forgotten about it, only to find it months later when cleaning out the fridge. You wouldn't eat that, right? If it was halkuduk, you would. Typically found in Greenland, halkuduk isn't just any shark meat. Preparers usually use meat from the Greenland shark, which is highly poisonous due to all the uric acid and trimethylamine oxide. The only way to detoxify the meat is to ferment it, and this process takes months.
Deməli bu köpək balığının ətidir, özü zəhərlidir. Zəhərini şey deməkdən ötürü onu saxlayırlar, mayalayırlar.
You bury the meat in a shallow hole and cover it with gravel and large stones. This helps to remove toxic fluids from the meat, but doing so takes anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks. After that, you cut the meat up into strips and hang it out to dry. It's another several months before the meat is dry enough to
Neçə ay
serve.
qurumağa qoyurlar
Once it
bu ət.
is, you remove the now brown skin, cut the meat into cubes, and eat. If
Ət
you've never eaten
ətlikdən çıxır,
halkuduk
ət jelatinə
before, know
dönür.
what you're getting into. Fermented shark meat still contains a tremendously high level of ammonia, so the second you sniff it, you will likely gag, cough, and possibly dry heat. Those who get past the stench, however, insist the taste is far milder and is actually quite pleasant. So hold your
Özünüzü bu
nose and
əziyyətinə
give it a go.
verirsiniz, ala.
The very name should be enough to put anybody off this food. Stink bugs are exactly what they sound like. Insects that give off
Amma
a terrible
əslində belə şey görünür, belə götürürsən, xat, cips kimi belə bir şey xırıltıyır ağzında. Cürbəcür aromalar falan. Ola bilər də. Bəlkə dadı yaxşı olar. Yoxlamaq istəyirəm böcək.
scent. Much like skunks, stink bugs emit their smell when defending themselves. And even if you like eating bugs, this might very well turn you off to the idea of eating these particular ones. Even so, they're a popular snack around Africa and countries like Taiwan. They're apparently quite spicy, and people love to eat them both alone and mixed in with other foods. But worry not, for the spice doesn't come
Bizdə
from
yeməyin içində böcək olanda şey eləyirlər. Onlarda yəqin deyirlər ki, ala yeməyin içində böcək yoxdur, brest. Yeməyin içində öz böcək qoyun da, o. Neysə.
stink glands. When preparing the bugs for consumption, cooks do remove the glands. Not eating the stink might make eating stink bugs more palpable, except for one other issue. You may be eating these bugs alive. In Mexico, they use a species of stink bug called the humil, and this hardy little guy can survive upwards of a week after being cooked and beheaded. So if you eat a taco sauce mix containing humil, there's a good chance those little guys are still alive and kicking.
Yeməyi pişirirsiniz, içine niye böcek katılsın?
Chances are you've eaten clams. Perhaps you've eaten them raw, but have you ever eaten them so raw they're still bleeding? Probably not, and for good reason. Blood clams, usually found around the Indian Ocean, are a particular kind of clam called Tegilaka granosa.
Deməli bunları qanıya yeyirlər.
Most notable for producing tons of hemoglobin. This is the chemical that gives blood its
Çoxlu
lovely red
hemoglobin,
color,
çoxlu
and blood
qırmızı
clams
qan
being loaded
hüceyrəsi.
with them means when you open one, that stuff will spill everywhere. While you could theoretically boil most of this liquid away, doing so means you're not enjoying blood clams the way they're meant to. To fans of the dish, the rawness and blainness is part of the appeal. So most chefs will boil them for 20 seconds maximum. This keeps all the hemoglobin and rawness of the meat perfectly intact. Fans swear by the tastiness of blood clams, but even they can't deny the inherent dangers of eating such a dish. Since there's no prep time aside from an ever so brief
Bunu 20 saniye qaynadılar ama yine de iğrenç. Qarışqa yumurtası supu.
If you want a truly sensational
Mən
soup,
bilirəm, təsadüfən qarışqa falan yemişəm. Bilirəm ki, qarışqaların tadı biraz turşməzə olur. Təsadüfən çox adam qarışqa yeyir, turşməzə. Ona görə qarışqa yumurtası
head to the Vietnam, Cambodia area and give white ant egg soup a shot. If you don't want to eat hundreds of ants at various stages of development, however, then maybe stay away. True to its name, white ant egg soup is comprised of white ant eggs. If you eat it, say, the eggs pop open in your mouth and emit a sour flavor. So if Sour Patch Kids have lost their luster,
yeyəndə Gordon Ramsay idi, yəni o yeyilsə yaxşı. Yeyəndə də ağza düşməzə dad bir şey eləyir. Mənim dediyimi dedi.
Eggs instead. But that's not all. This soup also contains partial ant embryos as well as baby ants. So no matter what stage of development you like your ants, this soup has got you covered. Unless, of course, you're one of those oddball.
Balacalardan orta yaşlı qarışqa. Həm qarışqa yumurtası var, həm balaca qarışqa var. Yəni də hər yaşdan hər şey yeyə bilərsən. Qarışqaların növündən.
Who like to chow down on adult ants. If that's the case, you'll just have to make your own soup.
Tuna gözü. Tuna gözündə mən qəribə bir şey demirəm. Mən balıq gözü yemək xoşlayıram indi. Ona görə bunda qəribə bir şey görmürəm.
Or perhaps an ingredient in a witch's curse, in Japan, tuna eyeballs are a real delicacy. A tuna's eyeballs are roughly the size of a tennis ball, so there's plenty to consume. When cooked, the outer part of the eye, called the sclera, becomes extra chewy and not particularly edible. However, the inside becomes quite soft and easy to drink if that's your thing. Despite many chefs sautéing the eyeballs with flavors like soy sauce and ginger, many people report the taste as kind of bland. It sounds like the rest of tuna is far more flavorful. If you still wish to try some eyes next time you're in Japan, make absolutely sure they're cooked. Some may before consuming. There's a chance you've eaten uni at your favorite sushi restaurant, or at least seen it on the menu. But do you know what it is? If you answer, it's a sea urchin, you're only partially correct. Uni is a sea urchin, yes, but there's only one part of the urchin that's even remotely edible. It's gonad. So if you order uni, understand you're about to eat an urchin's raw testicles. Each urchin contains 5 gonads, but only a small amount of urchin.
Bunlar bu şeyin şeysidir. Yedikleri şeydir.
Urchins sport the edible kind. So when you manage to eat uni, understand you're about to consume a rare delicacy. You'll just have to get past the psychological aspects of exactly what you're eating. It's actually an incredibly versatile food, and you can find it served as sushi, sashimi, atop a bed of pasta or rice, or steamed in an eggy broth called chawanmushi. Or if you're particularly adventurous, you can simply crack open a uni like a walnut, scoop out the innards, and eat away. That is, if you're okay with eating a living creature's reproductive organs while it slowly dies in front of you.
Allah, o şeysini yesen hiç olmasa pişir ye. Bu mənə çox maraqlıdır. Bunu yemək istəyirəm bilmirəm.
People enjoy sushi and sashimi, but most would turn and run at the extreme version of that. A Japanese dish called ODORI, where you essentially eat an octopus alive. To prepare ODORI, a chef will take an octopus or squid and chop its head off. Then they'll immediately place the raw corpse upon a bed of noodles, rice, and salmon. That's it. Then they bring the freshly dead octopus to your table and it's time to eat. As you might have guessed, a headless octopus isn't actually alive, but it might as well be, given how active its nervous system is. Pour soy sauce over the body and it will start to wriggle and shake. That's because the sodium in soy sauce activates the tentacle's neurons, which have not yet shut down, to come alive. These neurons stimulate nearby muscles and cause them to
sinirlərini oyadır, ona görə başlayırlar qaçmağa.
Contract, which makes it seem like your food is dancing around. So why on earth would anybody want to eat such a thing, you ask? To many, this...
Ayda, bunu bilirəm. Baxmayacağam. Baxmağa çalışmışam, başqa yerdə görürəm, çox iyrəncdir. Nəysə, bugünlük bu qədər. Ən iyrəncəyə gələndə yaxşı dayandırdım. Bugünlük bu qədər bəsdir. Kanala abunə olmağı unutmayın. Gələn videoda görüşənə qədər. Bye.